We're so back. We're back. And there's no cats in this room anymore. They've been banished. I think they've lost stream privileges. Until further notice. They were very naughty. Open up Steam, open up the chat again. Chat, there you are. Where's chat at? I think I lost some people. Okay, I think we're back. No, I was about to snooze after, oh, there we go. Okay, I think we're back. Didn't know you streamed Cool for the Goblin game. Seems like you decided on the cover. Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. We're going to change this one up a little bit. See how it looks. I was about to snooze after a 3-day school night, bro. I'll take my stream attendance. Let's go. No snoozing. No snooze. Stream avatars. Let's get those going. Get the little guys walking around on the bottom of the screen. I am not in the right scene. No green screen. What happened to my camera? Why is my camera not on? Guys, what is going on today? What? Where's... Hang on. I know. What is happening? We're cursed. This is, where even is the camera? Yeah, sorry guys. Give me a hot second here. There it is. That was strange. It's never done that. It wasn't even unplugged. It was plugged in still. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lucky. I'm like, he's streaming, he stopped. He's streaming, he stopped. It's okay. I think we're out of hiccups for the day. Ugh. Give me a second. I need a drink after that. Nice, refreshing sip. All right, you might fall asleep. All right, sounds good. No worry, I may. Don't jinx it. You're right. What am I thinking? We're so back, question mark. That's so valid. How do we know they aren't actually Calvin and Hobbes in a trench coat? It really could be. I would not even be the slightest bit surprised. Okay, I don't know if I want to give this guy a face. Full disclosure, I think I like the mask. You know what? Executive decision. No. Screw it. Let's just... We'll be quick. We'll be quick. We're so fast, guys. We're literally the fastest. Yeah, no, this is fine. We're so fast. Yeah, I'm not going to render that sword much more. I don't even know how I'm going to do... Because I did hers like a... She's just kind of got the goofy little Adventure Time face, you know? We could try that with our main character, sort of. I don't know. It's going to look a little weird. Wow, it's really raining us. It's pouring out there. Is it raining where everyone else is? I guess that's not how it works. That's not how rain works. Ooh, Zigzag Zach. Thanks for the sub. Welcome in. Welcome, man. I'm not used to seeing that notification since I just started doing Twitch. I'm usually a YouTube guy. I love the mask. You get a red streak across it. That'd be good. Oh, I like the red streak. Yeah, we have that in the game, don't we? Yeah, like in the game. Yeah. That'd be cute. Don't make him cute. Goblins shouldn't appeal to human standards. That's true. That's true. But then again, yeah, I really don't want to give this guy a face. Contiguous, please. Here's my major beef with Photoshop, guys. You ready? Your paint bucket tool. See those stupid lines? And it's not the aliasing settings. It's just that the tolerance has to be at like some perfect magical value, you know? Oh, even at 255 it doesn't work. Huh, maybe not. That's my beef with Photoshop. Hey, zero tolerance. That's why pixel art's superior. Yeah, I'm not so sure how I feel about this. We could give him a really simple face that's kind of the same as the mask. We could just give him like one of those. Because in game they have noses like this. Yeah, like that. They just kind of have bulbous pink noses. We could just kind of do something like that. Hello, Sir Watt. How's it going, Psychotic? Good to see ya. Rain actually just stopped here. Oh. The rain went from you, I made to me. I just finished raining here. East Coast. Wow. You know what? I just got in San Diego a tornado warning. I don't think that's ever happened. Maybe once. I think I've had it like happen once, maybe a decade ago. But that's just crazy to me. Tornadoes in San Diego, bro? That's unheard of. Oh, now the cats are scratching at the door. I can hear them. They're meowing. They're like, let me turn off your computer again. Ooh, an open mouth smile with a gold canine tooth. That's really something. In my opinion, I think keeping the mask and maybe adding more goblins in the picture to show the goblin community. I think so too. And I do like the idea of the red stripe on the mask. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, mister. I think you're going to get defaced. We're going to remove his face. I guess, okay, I keep trying, whenever I want to like type, I put this in my mouth, but I have like a perfectly good pencil dedicated stand right here, so I'm just gonna put it there. Let me open up my files here. We're gonna Windows, File Explorer. I'll let you know. Send. Okay, game cover. Let's open up the close-up one. Uno más time. One more time. Well, I don't speak Spanish. Why did I'm just gonna delete this one. I do like the mask. I think the mask is pretty great. Let's get this volcano. First things first, no matter what we do in the foreground, add more goblins, add less goblins, whatever. We gotta get this volcano to be less obnoxious. Okay, so oh, that's interesting. Why did I put oh, there we go. Why did I put the lava on a different layer than the rest of the volcano? I'm so weird. What's wrong with me? I'm a strange guy. I think a slight squint in the eye would look neat. I could get behind that. What's up, Paint Jumper? Face privileges revoked. I know, yeah, you... if you get close enough to the screen, you can't have a face. You should make that y'all have a monkey face in the final product. See how many people pointed out. Oh yeah, a monkey face. I like monkeys. Show the multiplayer aspect by showing more goblins that show different things you could do. Building, surviving, etc. Uno más tiempo. Thank you, Jules. Jules, do you speak fluently? I can't remember. I feel like we've had this conversation. I don't know why. Alright, we're going to put this on the... Well, which layer has... Oh, here we go. Bam. Nope. What? Oh, that was weird. There. That was very weird. Why is it all weird? Oh, that's better. Merge these layers. Merge them, I say. Guards, merge them. There we go. Some goblins scooping up water. That'd be good. Photoshop Jim Carrey's face over the goblin. You know, that's an idea. It's, I'm not going to say if it's like a good idea or a bad idea, but it's an idea that we can briefly think about. My father used to teach me, so I remember a little. Oh, I see him. I see him. That's pretty awesome. My parents never taught me any languages. They hate me. Oh, good thing the volcano is very... Oh, that's the volcano shadows. Hear me out, gang. Hear me out. We're going to combine these two into a layer group called a volcano. Watch my favorite Photoshop trick here, guys. Add a new layer. Press Alt and click like underneath it like that. Now anything you draw gets masked to the stuff beneath it, which happens to be this volcano folder. Furthermore, oh wait, hang on. What is this? Oh, that's fog. Hang on. Please permit me to cook. No. Zoom out, please. Wait a minute. What happened to the tree colors down there? Oh no. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good. What did happen to the... There's this highlight here. We have to move that to the proper layer. Sorry guys, I'm kind of doing surgery on this Photoshop document right now. And then we're gonna do far BG highlights. That's the problem with like really polishing up a drawing and then, you know, messing with it again. Now what we can do, finally, the time has come. We could move this volcano. A smidgen. We're gonna have to clean it up. We have to keep in mind that the thumbnail view is gonna be kind of tiny. I actually think the position wasn't that bad. If anything, we just need to make it a little less obnoxious. So I'm gonna take this sky color, take a big old brush. We can do the same thing for the... Sorry guys, I'm kind of brainstorming here. We can tweak this a little bit. Just so she pops a little more, you know? I think that's a good amount. And then we have to do the same thing to that water. Which layer has the water? The cats are meowing. They're begging. They're like, meow, let me in, meow. Meow, let me turn off your computer. Not again. I've learned. I love drawing and then realizing half my stuff is on the wrong layer. Honestly, totally. Tinted the same blue as in the sky ever so slightly. Yeah. I lost my first place. Oh. Welcome back. Thank you. Yeah, my computer shut down. Why would anyone voyage to a land so joyful and whimsical with such adorable and derpy residents? Try to forcefully take over. I don't know. Can you add character customization that's just Jim Carrey's face? I'm sensing a pattern here, Leafree. There's definitely a pattern there. I'm getting like a hint of it, but I haven't really figured it out yet. There it is. Ocean color. We're gonna do one of these bad boys. A classic blue tint. Make it a little less obnoxious. I think that's a pretty good look. We can kind of do the same thing with the with these bad boys. Sorry, I'm brainstorming here. I'm using 110% of my brain power. This, all in one folder. This is gonna be called background. And we can open up one of these. Get over there. PG blue tint. They're just the IT guys. Let them in. Okay, okay. Can we get Jim Carrey clowns? I think that would add to the atmosphere. Yeah, why not? I think the world needs that. We're gonna make that blue tint a lot more subtle. Actually, I'm not sure if I even want it. Just ever so slightly. Because we do want her to pop. What if you open the door to let the cats in and you see little dwarven witches cosplaying as your cats in cat costumes? Would you tell anybody? What will you do? Lucky, you ask really good questions. Dwarven witches? I think I would act like I didn't notice and hope they don't cast spells on me. Realistically. Gonna lurk. See ya. Thanks, Baked Tart. Thanks for dropping by. Enjoy your lurking. Jim Carrey could play a good Joker. I could see that. I need you to understand how seen my goblin wife and I feel by the beautiful work you're doing. You know, Snow by one, I'm so happy to help. I think goblin representation is at an all-time low, and the representation we do have, I'd say, is inadequate. So, happy to be of service. Okay, I really think that that very minor change to the volcano was a step in the right direction. I'm going to call this water atmosphere tint. I'm going to call this one volcano atmosphere tint. The other feedback was maybe some goblins like trying to chase this one, like you know, like, hey buddy, come on, hey, you forgot this type of thing. Or I think we need at least one other goblin right here. That's what I want. That's what I desire in my heart of hearts. I'm trying to think if we want like another one like running up the path or a little smoke coming out of the volcano. Yeah, I think that would be good. I fear you're correct. Let's do one of these. We don't want to be too crazy with it since we're going to have like the text up top. Know what I mean? What is going on? There we go. Let's open up our manga brush here. I think what we'll do actually is have it like fade out the higher it gets. Which I think we can do. If we do one of these masking layer things, then we can take one of these bad boys, do a bit of that. Don't know if I like that quite yet. Kind of want it to be subtle. And then we can try a little shadow here. We'll get like a dark purple. Swap over to the manga brush again. We can try to like do this isn't quite right since bear with me. Bear with me. Trust the process. This is I'm in an experimentation phase right now. I know the lava would be casting some light onto this smoke, but I'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, it does look a little silly like that, but it's not like awful. You fear I am correct? I always fear that, Jules. It's my biggest fear. Human ship at sea or nah? That's a good question. I don't know. You could add imposter rack. Oh, that'd be cute. Yeah, the possum or the raccoon. What color does a blind person see? If black, then it's a color. If nothing, then what is nothing? I'd say it's nothing. I've heard people say, I didn't just see black, I saw nothing. Like, I've heard that from blind people. Not people I know, but I've seen that on, like, TikTok. Or just crazy. It's kind of like, I think it's kind of like asking, what did you see before you were born? You know, it's like there wasn't anything. I guess that's more of a memory question, but you know what I mean. We'll do our reflected shadows here. Or reflected light, sorry. Words are hard. Okay, and then we can make this smoke a little more subtle. Just like a nice subtle smoke, you know? When you start a game, do you start on the beach or in the center? You start in the center. Yeah. Ben and Jerry start making ice cream bars. They're pretty good. Oh, really? You know, I don't know if I've ever had an ice cream bar where I'm like, I love this, I need more. You know? Like, I feel like I'll eat them if I'm at a thing and they have them. But like, if my options are an ice cream bar or like a bowl of ice cream, I'd take the bowl of ice cream. Or an ice cream cone. I think I'd take an ice cream cone. You know? Yeah, next time somebody dies, just ask them, you know, what was it like? They might not respond. You can make a second game called Invader Human. Yeah, we just try to kill as many goblins as possible. That'd be something. I mean, yeah, like, what if I had like a Factorio style game where it's goblins that are the enemy and you... Oh man. That'd be a twist. That is interesting. You know? That is interesting. I'm pretty sure dying's pretty traumatizing, but if I wait too long, they might forget. That's so true. Yeah, you gotta hurry. You don't have time to be messing around. That smoke idea is questionable, but if we make it transparent enough, I think it'll be out of sight, out of mind. I like that. It's not perfect. I don't care. We're not chasing perfection. We're chasing good enough. Let's brainstorm characters to add. What do you say, gang? Let's add some line art. I'm going to do it in a relayer. Why does it keep doing that? Oh, I see why it's doing that. Story of my life, dude. I was like, why is this happening? But then it's always a good reason. Mock-up lines. Cool. I'm also going to add a temporary tint. Temporary tint. We're going to make it just so we can see our lines a little easier. Make the version we play as humans 10 times more difficult because goblins are better. That's so true. I was playing some Pokemon Legends ZA today, and after shiny hunting half of my day away, I finally got a shiny Sableye, the goblin-looking one. That's my favorite. That's my favorite Pokemon. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, and I just saw that one at one point, and I was like, this is my Pokemon because it looks like a goblin. I don't know anything about it. I'm uneducated. Okay, let's brainstorm what NPC we should put right here. Let's look at our drawings of NPCs. It has to be one of the like really iconic ones. We could do the Elder. Or we could do Gogs. Or we could do oh, I added this guy. He's now an NPC. We could do Gizmo. Cortez, you're back and your legs are smooth. Let's go. That's good. That's a good thing. My legs are not smooth. I got some hairy legs. Having one sleeping on the garden would be fun. That would be fun. I do love Gizmo. Gizmo holds such a special place in my heart. I'm gonna add Gizmo. Gizmo's so goofy. Let's we'll put him right here so we can reference him. Yeah, we're just gonna put this right here. Oh, and we also want to add the red streak across the main character's face. Guys, I added so many items to the game. Look at all, I added so many. Hang on. You can tell a little bit better on this sheet. Everything here pretty much I added recently. Most of it is just decoration. So it's a lot of like paintings. There's like a bunch of like games and stuff. There's like a Dungeons and Dragons screen with like D&D. I had like character sheets and a rule book. It's like a pool table and a ping pong table. We got like tortured equipment. We got like silk winding equipment. We got like crystal analysis equipment and like alchemy stuff. Instruments. We got like workout equipment. Pottery stuff, like a pottery wheel. Like lab stuff, we got a petri dish, some microscope. That's what I've been working on. A bonsai tree, just a bunch of little stuff to make the spice things up in the different human camps, you know. So you can find them like dissecting a spider or working on their pottery or making stuff, relaxing, sculpting. And analyzing crystals. Very fun stuff to be adding. Anyways, we're getting distracted. Focus. What was I gonna? Gizmo and the mask. Focus. Eyes on the prize. Gotta lock in. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. There it is. Oh yeah, the red slash on it. Just like that. Now we go back to Photoshop. All right. What about dissecting a goblin? I don't know, man. That might be a little too much for the user to handle. Should I do it? Should I, Mason? Tell me. I thought about it. I was like, I could put a table with like a half cut open goblin, but I'm like, that's too far. That's too much. Too grotesque. We gotta toe a line. How about a cave goblin? Yeah, I went with a spider because nobody's gonna really be that upset about that. Like, spiders are, you know. What I was coaching, what did I miss? Well, Team Com, we were discussing whether we should have... I have some dissection tables in the game. And chat's telling me I should put a goblin being dissected on the table. Which I will admit is something that crossed my mind. But I chickened out. This red could be brighter. No, I meant darker. Chat. I meant more saturated, but also darker, chat. That's what we want to see. That's where it is. Am I doing this right? Kind of looks like blood. Maybe it is. Yeah, we could texture it a little bit better than we did with the pixel art. It does kind of look like blood. No, it looks like paint, I'd say. Plausible deniability with paint here, I'd say. I will be devastated by the death of that spider. The dichotomy of chat right now. I see Jules saying he'll be devastated by the death of the spider, and I see Juan saying that spiders don't deserve rights. Quite both ends of the spectrum. A goblin specimen in a preserved jar. That could work. Yeah, kind of like a Star Wars back to tank type thing. The red stripe is good because it'll give something brighter on the goblin. Yeah, I'll point you towards it. Yeah, there we go. Art. Hey guys, we're arting. I just arted all over the place. Thanks for arting with me, everyone. I really have to art right now. Am I doing this right? There we go. Thanks for having it so we can swim in the game. I got you, Super Kid. It's my pleasure. Have you heard of driders? You could put goblin driders in the spider area. That'd be cool. That'd be pretty sweet. Drider. I feel like I've heard of a drider. Is it what I'm thinking? Oh yeah, drow spider. I remember that. I think I put some of these in one of my sessions a while ago. I had like a Underdark stint. They met Loth, I think, that like spider lady. Hear me out, chat. Don't worry. It will return. Red mask coloring will be back in Avengers Endgame. I just need to put it on a different layer so that I can mess with the opacity and tweak it. Now we can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think that's nice. We'll go with that. It can maybe be a little less saturated. Just a twinge. Okay. I tend to get into like tweaking hell, you know, where I'm like just not tweaking, but tweaking parameters, you know. Just saying hello. Hello, Dinosaur Tornado. How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. I always like when people drop by and say hi, even if they can't stay. It's nice of you to say hello. Just remember, we're all in the game. Too bad we died in the opening cutscene. That's true. That's true. We did all die. You have a D&D campaign you DM? I used to. That was kind of the final straw before I started working on this game. I was like, we're playing D&D, and I was like, you know, I'm putting all this time and effort into making this world, but then the only people that see it are my 3 people that I was playing with. And then it's like gone forever. And, you know, they'll forget all the details within a couple of weeks, and then they'll forget most of the plot of each session over a few months or years, you know, like they might remember like the overall theme or some specific moments, but you know, like all the details that go into all the world building and stuff, I was like, I'd rather just like make a video game. That being said, I do love it. I love it. But when it's limited time, I think I choose making games over that. But oh man, I love me some D&D. Also, I think the performance aspect of it is maybe not my favorite. I like a roleplay heavy game, but I think DMing can be stressful for me. I feel like I have to put on a good performance and it can be stressful. It's just stressful. I'm not built for that, I'd say. But it's fun. I'm always down. I'm always down for some D&D. If I'm a player, bro, I'm in. As long as well, maybe I don't have that much time these days, but I do. It is really fun. It's just time consuming, I guess. Have you ever played a goblin? I don't think I have. I played a wild boy, like a Tarzan type person, like a young Tarzan wild shaped druid action. That was fun. When is your game out? I hesitate to say because things may change. Right now, we're thinking about early access in April of next year, 2027, which is far. But we're going to have it pretty much done and ready for playtesting within the next, probably, well, not done, but most things that, like, for example, placeholder stuff for some things, like for cutscene art and some sound effects, and they'll probably be pretty buggy, mostly done around later this year. And then we'll be doing QA testing, rigorous playtesting, a lot of iteration, a lot of tweaking, a lot of adding in like fluff, things that are like non-essential, stuff like that. But generally, if we have to cook on it a little longer, we will. But realistically, we want to release as close as we can to that. So we set a schedule, we've set milestones and things that need to be done at certain times. And so far, we're keeping up. Is there hope of more playtest access being granted in the meantime, or is likely going to be halted until initial release? Definitely. We were thinking about having a demo. Originally, we were thinking April, like 2 months from now, like a playable demo. We decided there isn't a huge rush because there aren't really any festivals that Isle Goblin can really be in. Like, sometimes they'll randomly do like a farming festival or like a spider festival or like but there's nothing good coming up that we apply for. There's like a fishing one, but fishing has to be the main focus of your game. So it's like, okay, well we can't do that. And there's like a racing one. I forget all the details. Those two might not have been good examples, but basically there's not a huge rush to put out a demo. But that being said, we do want to get this in front of as many playtesters as we can. So we were originally thinking April, but we've kind of put it on the shelf for a little bit since there's no insane rush. But long story short, we will open up playtesting. I'm going to have to remove playtesting as a Patreon feature. Because it'll be, I don't know if we'll probably like let in waves of people. Maybe we could keep the Patreon thing so that we can like, some people can have more of a priority queue. But in general, I think we'll be able to put up a demo that pretty much anyone can play, because I think that's the move. A red goblin? A roblin? Random question for you. What is your favorite game and your least favorite part of that game? Could it be a scene or mechanic, etc.? That is so tough. Favorite game? I feel like this question has a lot of ways I could answer it. I think one of the games that I really liked that got me... Favorite game? Lately... That is a good question. That's a good question, Link Inc. I'm going to say Factorio is my favorite game, because I just keep coming back to it. My least favorite mechanic? I feel like the mechanics are all really good. My least favorite thing, though? It's a good part of the game. The enemies annoy me. The bugs. I think it's good that they're there, and I'm glad they're there, but oh man, they really get on my nerves. But it's not because it's like poorly implemented or anything. Okay, what pose is Gizmo going to be doing here? I have to kind of use my full brain for this. I think he's just going to be... I think he's been doing this. I'm just going to use the black pen. He's definitely got a very pointy jaw. Sorry guys, hang on, let me He's kind of a goofy looking guy. I don't want him to be too off-putting. Then again, the game is kind of goofy in general, so. What did I do for their hands? Okay, 3 fingers. Kind of short fingers. Okay, and he's wearing like a little tank top thing. Him and a twig in the dirt. Oh, putting a twig with the dirt, fidgeting with it. That'd be cute. I think what we're going to do is have him hold a crate of human artifacts. Kind of like this. Nintendo's a bunch of goblins. I cannot forgive Mario Kart being $90, dude. You're preaching to the choir. That is unforgivable, even by goblin standards. What am I doing here? I'm so bad at crates, apparently. Is this in Canada or the US? For the $90 price. That's a good question. Yeah, was it 90? I feel like it was like 70, but maybe I'm crazy. I don't really remember. My old Switch was kind of dying, so I bought it anyway, the new one. Goblin lore question: are they given the names of birth, or do they change with time? Like his parents say, "Yeah, Gizmo sounds good," or did he pick it? I think somebody mentioned this in chat at one point. The goblins having a name day, where like they get spawned and then they grow up, and then at some point they choose a name, and then that becomes their name day, which is what they celebrate, rather than like their spawn day, which I think is a good idea. Right now the game doesn't reflect that, because on the calendar it shows their spawn days. But I think I like that, and I've made a note to switch to it, because I think that's a really fun idea. Like in Homestuck. Is that what they do in Homestuck? 70 is for Switch 1 games. I thought it was 80 for the Switch 2 games. Jeez. $80 is crazy. Criminal. Highway robbery, Nintendo. There are indie games out here for $20. I wonder if people in Japan are as up in arms about it. You know? Like, is it like they're tone deaf to American / Canadian / Western pricing? Or are they really just being jerks? Because, like, if I were pricing my game and I accidentally priced at some insane price in, like, Brazil, I'd be like, my bad, guys. I didn't even know. You know? But, no, they've got to be smarter than that. They're not some person. I'm gonna make him face his box and be like sweating about it, I think. Japan is crazy for Nintendo. I see. Wow, that goblin is really strong and manly. Yeah, he's a goblin-y goblin. What can I say? Make the game the same price everywhere, but $450 worth of currency in France. Last year, there were several million vacant homes because people just flat out can't afford them. Yikes. Interesting. That's not good. Yeah, my current landlord is kicking me out because he's selling the place. So I be moving pretty soon here, and I've been looking at moving prices and I guess well, renting prices, I guess. I guess it's not too bad. What am I doing? This ain't right. This ain't it, Chief. I have to come. He does have really realistic fingers. My girlfriend commented on that. She was like, yeah, it looks okay, but his fingers are like really realistic. It is a little off-putting. Maybe I'll tweak that. Come to Kentucky, you can live in my attic and I'll feed you cheese from time to time. I do like cheese. Don't tempt me. One of my coworkers has a downtown San Diego apartment. He's paying like $2,500 for a 1-bedroom. Insane on these streets. Yeah. Oh, some of the 2-bedrooms I was looking at were like, they were like $3,400. I don't know if I want to add Gizmo. He might be a little too quirky. They're all quirky though. She's got a mushroom hat. I think I will add Gizmo. Maybe Gizmo could be building. Pike is cool. We could put Pike like here. Like, check you on the mushrooms. You know, harvesting some mushrooms. That kind of covers up the farmer in the background, but it's not the end of the world. And we can put Gizmo. Crazy idea. Crazy idea. The goblin sleeping on the hill could be cute. Scooch the mushrooms aside a little. That could happen. Of course, Racketboss could be peeking out from behind the fence like they're on a secret mission. That would be cute. What if Shigeru Miyamoto came to your house and said, "We need you for Legend of Zelda movie, man"? Would you accept or not? Lucky, I would be all over that. I assume I'm playing the lead role of Link. It's a silent role, but I do have my hiyas prepared in case the voice actors, you know, are not up to the task. I, of course, will bleach my hair, shave my face, laser tattoo, remove my tattoos. Okay, I keep forgetting that I drew them all cute and stumpy, so we're gonna shrink down them limbs a smidgen. That's not gonna read super well. You, of course, would play Tingle. I would be Tingle. Do a hya right now, then. Hya! There you go. That's my best hya. What do you think? I've been playing Zelda for a long time. Don't mean to brag. Why remove you and get a thin sleeve made to hide them up? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Do some makeup. Nice hya. Thank you. I actually knew that. It was nice. Probably the nicest. I might have the nicest, yeah. This side of Hollywood. Will you ever add more cave goblins? I think that'd be fun. Yeah. They're my favorite lucky enemies. I like them too. I think it'd be fun. Make his pose clearer. That could be good. That could be good. Looney Tunes level of hammering. I'm one of the carpenters captured by a Gerudo Tommy Mommy. Jungle Goblin win? That's a good question. One of these days. One of these days. That was a pretty decent pose, but could be relaxing. Or standing. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Let's look up some hammering poses. Hammering nail in floor pose. I can only get mind goblins. What's a mind goblin? You fall for it. Matt begins acting for The Legend of Zelda, and out of nowhere, Gandalf soars. Link, more likely. Oh no! Ganondorf, you can't be saying that. That's not okay. Edit, transform, flip horizontal. I have a question, guys. Has anyone in the chat ever been to Italy? Because I'm going soon and I need Rex. Anyone going once? Gizmo should be holding the hammer above his head with both hands. I love it. I love that. Wide stance. Why eat as much pasta as possible? No, I just eat their pasta. I see. We got a lot of Italian connoisseurs here. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. If you flip off a local and they give you free pizza, you just have to catch it. Thanks, Mason. Eat all the carbs. Okay. So I should eat there. And his tongue is sticking out. That'd be cute. Have you added sweet tea to the game yet? I have not, Swag Boy. I hate to say it. But it's good to see you. How you doing? Goblins that live underwater to lock an area behind learning swimming. That'd be fun. It would be cool to have the swimming be gated by, like, water goblins. This I like where this is going. Put his elbow right there-ish. Why am I... I'm crazy. It should be... There's his knuckles. There's his knuckles. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Hands are weird, guys. Hands are weird. He's not gonna have his signature hat. I can clean that up. It looks sloppy right now, but I can get that to look decent. Is that a custom Photoshop brush? It's from this manga pack. It was free. They got all these cool manga textures. I really only use the basic rough. I love it. I like how it's a little rumply bumply. Been asking for a while. It'd be cool if you added red. Put his bottom eyelid up to make it look like he's focusing. Oh, I see what you mean, like kind of squinting. That'd be cute. Will there be any bees in the game? The coker. There are wasps. We got wasps, no bees. No bees. Yeah, this is not a good pose, but you get the idea. You get the idea. This is the rough outline. Rough outline. Pike isn't much of a fisher though, or much of a mushroomer though, in the game, but that kind of doesn't matter. I think we'll put Pike in. Everybody likes Pike. She's the fan favorite. What if a couple of goblins were in cahoots with the humans? I think that'd be interesting. None of the goblins I have now doesn't make much sense for. But I will be adding more NPCs as time goes on, so it'd be fun to add like a trader goblin. If anyone asks why Pike, the fishing goblin, is messing with this mushroom in the cover art, the official canon answer is that she's looking for bait for her to try to lure fishies. And she's gonna give grub shrooms a shot. So now you're equipped to answer any haters. Can you make the wasps extra evil even more than they already are? Yeah, I'll their evil value is set to 10 right now. I'll put it up to like 25. My top 3 are Gizmo, Pike, and Stench in no particular order. Those are good ones. What if the 2 little goblins on the far right were fighting in the background? They look like siblings that would fight a lot. They are siblings that fight a lot. That'd be cute. If I have room, I would love to put them in there. I'm gonna add a goblin in my game to honor Isle Goblin. What should be named? What is your choice? What? My choice? Oh my goodness. I think it's I like Gizmo. I think Gizmo is my sweet boy. No, she has a mushroom fetish. Oh no. Popping out of the bushes would be fun. What's your hot take on goblins? I think goblins need to be kind of ugly and do wild magic. I think I could see that. They should be a little ugly. I tried to give all of my goblins some trait that makes them a little unconventionally not something that is considered to be conventionally unattractive. So, but then some of them need to be romance interests, so I need the player to be somewhat interested in them. So I try not to make them too attractive, but not too unattractive. I think Pike is a decent example. She's not hideous. Like, she has like a cuteness to her, but she looks unorthodox, you know? Like, she doesn't look like a... She kind of... I don't know. Maybe she does. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's a weird line to toe. Hi, I came, I said hi, I leave now. Okay, just a third of a ducky. Thanks for dropping by. That's all I need from you. That's all I need. That's all I wanted. I'm here collecting highs. Getting high, so to speak. Think of the cosplay potential. Do we need a hot goblin? That's so true. How should I angle her torso? Something like this. Yeah, we want that to go there. I forget what she wears. Otherwise, she's gonna be wearing like a little shirt thing. I forget what sort of pants I had on her. I think it was like baggy pants. That's a decent pose. Let me play the game soon. Soon. Dun, 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 dun. I think that's a good size for her. She could be a little bigger, but I don't want to obscure Fig too much in the background. And I don't want to slide the mushrooms too far to the left, because then keep in mind the thumbnail dimensions are like this right here, you know? So we don't want to cut her off completely. Yeah, let's actually look. What are the Steam thumbnail dimensions? This is just a rough approximation, but yeah, see, she's going to be kind of cut off. We could move all of this over and closer. We might have to do that. Bear with me, gang. Oh, I see. Gizmo got moved because he's on the same layer. Gizmo, stay still. Gizmo, you can't take him anywhere, dude. Yeah, I think we need to move all of this to the right. So she could move to the right a little bit. That's what I said. Is it? Oh, I see. Like Michael, that's a total goblin and not a human. Michael's as much a goblin as you and me. That's what I said. I see. Yeah, Michael's just a regular guy. Nice background. Thank you. I found it on Google Images. I love a good Google image background. I'm a fiend for it. Hi, art looks great so far. Thank you, Atomic Diamond. I am really doing some tweaking here. I'm gonna have to move those mushrooms. Let's look at the background and ponder shifting that around. Yeah, we're gonna have to shift all of this. Kind of like that. I think we're gonna want to rotate it a smidge. Isn't that interesting? Let's make like a thumbnail simulator. So to the tip of the mushrooms, up to the second hump of that cloud. Okay, and then let's put our sweet boy. Need to select him. I don't even know where that layer is. On to the right. We're gonna want to put him in the background. Here he is. Wow, will Michael be in the cover art? I'm not sure if he'll make the cut. Not out of any offense to him. Oh man, this is inconvenient. How's Michael's name spelled? It's M-I-C-H-A-E-L. She's kind of big compared to the road there. I think you're right. Yeah, it's definitely not quite right. Okay, that's an idea. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Way too late for me. Good night, good night. All right, good night, Jules. Appreciate you dropping by. It's been fun. Hope you have a good rest of your night. I'll probably be up late. I've been playing Mugenics late each night, guys. I love Mugenics. It's the game for me. As demented as it is. Alright, this isn't awful. We could also shift this down a smidge. She is gigantic. I make this path bigger, I think. "7:05 p.m. here on the West Coast." Yeah, 7:05. Hello, Spiffy Dev. How's it going? Looking spiffy as always, I must say. Welcome in. We're trying to get this cover art to look somewhat decent. It is not easy. I think something like that is a good layout. I think we're gonna widen up the grass here so that she doesn't look so comically large. We will shrink her down maybe a little. Oh, sorry, I need to separate the grass. Ooh. What's up? Pulled up the stream while I make my dinner. Let's go. It looks great. Thank you. We'll see. I do think we're going to keep the mask. A lot of comments, and I think my talks with my publisher, we were like, maybe we should remove the mask so that you get a little more like of a face. You know, people are drawn to faces, you know? But I think the mask... First off, the player, you're not role-playing a specific character. You are role-playing whatever character you design. So the mask is like, you know... It's kind of like who's under the mask. It could be anyone. That's my thoughts. But what do I know? I feel like you kind of justify it either way. That's what, yeah. I don't know, man. You're pro mask. All right. Pro mask. You and your mask mandates. Ha, get it. Funny, funny. Remember that. Where's little Gizmo? I'm losing him. He should be in the background. Oh, here it is. There you are. I'm gonna put his hat next to him. Cool. If not a mask, how about a helmet? A helmet could work. Yeah, people were saying, like, we need a face, you know, because the eye is drawn to faces. Which I think is true to an extent, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm also gonna put a face on... Yeah, the question is this worth the effort? Am I gonna like this more than the fisheye one? I think it's pretty cute. How many teeth does the game cost? It's a good question. We're thinking 15. 15 to 20-ish, I feel like, is a pretty common cost. But that's the human dollar conversion. Convert that to teeth, it's whatever the current rate is. I'm not sure at the moment. I like the mask a lot. Thanks, I think I do too. It's cool. Why not add a face on one goblin when you could add a ton of little goblins townspeople with faces of all of their own? Yeah, if you want faces, bam, we got face right here. This is the most, I'd say the most conventionally attractive NPC we have. You know? I guess these two. These two are going to be the love interests eventually. He was a lot uglier. I gave him a facelift because he was kind of hideous. He's a little more hot now. He's kind of got the... I don't know if I like his hair. He kind of has like the modern mullet thing going on. But anyways, I don't know. I think this one should be on the dead front and center. Oh, the kids are meowing. What's the goal for how long the game is? It's kind of hard to say. I'd like it if people could get a good 30 hours out of it, but I don't know. It's like Terraria. How long does it take you to beat the wall of flesh in Terraria? If you know what you're doing it in like 30 minutes. Maybe that's not the case. If you're really good and you know what you're doing, I think I could beat the wall of flesh in under an hour for sure. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, you have to go through all the... In regular Terraria, not like the hard mode. What do you need for the wall of Terraria? You really need... I guess, yeah, it's really annoying down there. You need like the molten armor so that the hellstone doesn't really bother you. Okay, maybe it takes a couple hours. I don't know. It's hard to say. If you really know, if you're going to all the right spots at the right times, it is pretty open, but it's kind of like Terraria where, you know, if you go to certain areas and you're not prepared, you're going to have a bad time, you know? Like if you just try to go straight to the jungle, you're kind of cooked, you know? It's kind of like that. Where if you go to the jungle once you have like silver or gold equipment, you'll be better off. It's kind of like that. I tried to balance it similarly. And we do gate off the floors. So the first floor is accessible immediately. Everything there, some things are harder than others, like the volcano and the tundra are pretty tough. And then you access the underground, which, again, some of those are tougher than others. And then you access the deeper underground, which are even tougher. So there is kind of like scaling to it. But in general, you can kind of go wherever. And there is kind of a, like, for example, to access the second floor, the second underground floor, you need to kill 3 of the 5 bosses in the overworld. Or rather, 3 of the 4. When does the game come out? We're looking at maybe demo sometime this year before the end of the year that is publicly available, and then public playtesting, and then we're thinking full early access release sometime next year, like April-ish. Of course, totally up in the air. Those are based on milestones that we set, and we're sticking to those milestones. So we're gonna kind of continue our milestones, playtest. We're gonna now analyze it. Kind of there may come times where we're like, oh, you know, we've been playtesting this game. We really need to do something major about this. You know, like the XYZ needs to be tweaked, and it might be something that takes a month or two. So, you know, schedule's up in the air. This is my first time making a game of this scale. They've worked on projects bigger than this, but you know, we don't want to push out something bad, and we'll take the extra time if we have to. But ideally, if everything goes well, April of next year. But that's a pretty preliminary timeline, I dare say. Oh man, I don't want to do this. I do not want to do this. We want a This Is Hell update. Oh man, Lolkira, I have not touched This Is Hell in ages. I think the iOS app isn't even supported anymore. Yeah. I should add a This Is Hell reference to this game. I think it's because it wasn't received very well. It's not in the sense I got bad reviews, but I think I made it very hard on purpose, like way harder than most other games in the genre, and as a result, people played it and they're like, "This is fine, but it's just too hard." And I was like, "Yeah," and it didn't really get super big, but I think I should continue nonetheless. Let's get rid of this tint here. I think this is a good composition. It's a little busy, but I think it's decent. And I think we're going to push forward with it. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of the tint. I randomly got jump scared in another dev server with friends because someone sent your YouTube thumbnail of making a game in 3.3 pregnancies. That's so funny. That was a pretty desperate thumbnail, I think. I was like, I have no idea what to put for this thumbnail. And I'm tired. I keep doing like the 3 years of making a game, 2.5 years of making a game, you know, and I think people get a little, they see that and it gets stale to them. Like they've seen that from me a lot, you know, so they're like, I'm not going to watch this one. I'll watch the next one. Which is valid. So I was trying to spice things up and I went a little silly with it. Where is the background volcano color? Where are you, volcano? There you are. I thought I selected this layer, but okay. Volcano. We're gonna do the volcano highlights now, which I believe were just white. It's not the most elaborate highlights, but I don't care. Don't at me. Oh shoot, they're not masked. It's to the layer. What was I thinking? There we go. That's better. Cool. That's something. 100K soon. Can you believe it? Dynamates, I'm so excited. I get a silver play button. Where are we? How close are we? I know it's just a stupid plaque, but 1,500 away. Maybe I should post like a tutorial or something. Get some gas in the engine. I don't know a metaphor. Put some gasoline in the fire. That's probably what I was looking for. What? It would be 3 3/3 teeth to 4.5 teeth based on the Tooth Fairy's going rate. I see. Thank you for clarifying. Post a goblin tier list. But a father should never make tier lists of his children. Can you imagine? Gizmo's pose needs work. I should fix that now. I think what happens is he needs to be jutting his hips forward. Think like Vector from Despicable Me. He needs more pizzazz in his pose, a little more fluidity. Look at that. Ooh. Gizmo's got the moves. should be arched back. Really, really ready to give this roof a pounding. I kind of like the idea of him being like... Anatomy, Matt. Anatomy, focus. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, he should be... I'm doing this. He should be like this. I can't even see my... there we go. You explore how you make dungeons or something like that. It'd be fun to see specific vids. That would be fun. I think I'd like that. Are you a solo developer or are you working with a team now? I'm still solo. The publisher helps me with like administrative stuff, like they offered to help with marketing, like editing my TikToks and stuff. I still kind of want to do that. I haven't been posting TikToks lately, but they offer to help with things like that and things like translating the game and you know. Well, what if we gave him like a comically sized DDD hammer? That's not quite right. I need to fire up, dude. I am all over the place with this. That's his elbow. And then we're gonna have, it's gonna be like, yeah. Is there a big hammer in the game? There's not yet, but there could be. I'm very pro big hammer. A springy hammer with like a spring on the end. Oh no. We could, here's what we could do. We could make it so that Gizmo, when he hits enemies right now, I think he pulls out a sword. We could give him like a goofy hammer. Just so it matches the thumbnail art. That would be a really easy change. That'd be one sprite change. All I have to do is draw a pixel art hammer and that's it. I think it needs to be a little more like that. And then it needs to be this is the type of stuff I struggle with. Posing really dynamic poses from my head. Gotta use the mirror sometimes. I think I'm struggling here. It should be more like that. I'm gonna erase it because that's the easy part. It's just a cylinder. So to think. I don't know why my brain isn't really liking this right now. I feel like this shouldn't be this hard. It really should be going down behind him a lot. Shrink it for the silhouette, definitely. He's a bit big. He's kind of got the big King DDD hammer. Exactly. Our thoughts exactly. Don't want it to be too big. He has that one curly hair that sticks out. Okay. Gizmo is supposed to kind of be the goofy weak one, but we can give him a cool hammer. At least in the cover art. I don't want him to be that much smaller than Pike down there. Also, Pike's proportions are a bit different. Make him a bit wider. Can they die? Can we steal his hammer? I don't know if you could steal it. I could probably make it so you could like buy one off him, or like once you befriend him enough and you go through all his cutscenes, he's like, here, take my hammer, you know? I do that with a few NPCs. Like you can get a hat like hers if you befriend her enough. You can get a hat like hers if you do enough of her fetch quests. You can get his hat if you befriend him enough. You know, things like that. I think that's a good way to reward the player for befriending, you know? I think that's fun, a fun mechanic. No, it's not, you know, not a mechanic, but you know what I mean, a fun thing to add. Not awful. At like a glance of a glance, it's hard to tell what he's doing. It doesn't read super well silhouette-wise. I know I'm spending a lot of time on this. Let me just really quickly brainstorm more poses. Finally got you live. The art style for the art is super sick. Thanks, Leprechaun. I appreciate it. I'm trying to figure out composition here. I don't like his silhouette. It's not... I wish he was rotated a little bit that way so that you could kind of see more of like a, you know, kind of type of angle where you could really see this gap here to show like he's got a hammer. But that's okay. Let me let's delete this. Control. What if, sorry, I'm kind of thinking out loud here, drawing wise. Can't wait for this game. Take your time, of course, but things look awesome already. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm definitely trying not to rush anything. Yeah, the hammer isn't very visible from this angle either. I agree. If you really want to read as a hammer, you should probably just place him at a completely sideways angle. Yeah, I think we're doing this one same art but rotated a little bit. I'll try that. That's gonna be a little tricky, but I'll try my best. Photoshop? I've been using Photoshop since like the 6th grade, but oh man, it's very confusing sometimes. You're like, what is selected? Right? Why can't I delete? And they're like, oh, it's because I selected something. I could see why it's not, it can be a little frustrating at times. Catalea, check your phone. Oh, this is perfect. My girlfriend just sent me hammer pose references. These are amazing. Look at you. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like this one. Hang on, give me a sec. Thank you. Also check the fan art Discord real quick before I get started. Also, this is a rare girlfriend appearance in the chat, everyone. Catalea. There she is. Go get her. Attack. Where's the fan art Discord. There it is. Let's see what you sent me. She is a good partner. She's so sweet. That is a good one. Yeah, I think you're right. Just a little more tilted. They're saying hello. Oh, Baked Heart over on Twitch sent the goblin spear emoji. It's not a good sign. Yeah, thanks for helping me, guys. Yeah, Kelly, I like that pose. I'm gonna try it. I also like the one sent in the fan art Discord. I'll try the one with the... This one's the one she sent was a one-handed hammer. I'll give that a go. I'm gonna be a little more strategic here and draw like a normal person. It's like an armpit type situation. This is a good reference image. My tablet's dying, so I can't do more right now. Uh-oh. It's bad to hear, Doug. Doug, you should change your name to Doug's Tablet Died. Yeah, Baked Heart's on a rampage. My girlfriend said, I showed you my goblin. Please his girlfriend said, I showed you my goblin. Please respond. Literally, dude. She's like, hey. I'm not going to get left on red after sending goblin pics. That's messed up. It's also tough because I have to maintain the cartoony nature. I think I'll put him... She sent an image where it's like this. Or like that. I think I want him on his knees. On your knees, boy. The hammer is also a little obscured in this image, but it's a pretty standard hammer pose. You want him on his what? On your knees, goblin boy. I've been playing too much Mugenics. My edgy humor is making a comeback. Yeah, that's an option. I think that's a decent option. I have to cartoonify it a little bit, but I made her look weird. Her legs are too short. I think I need to redo her. Because he's all like, whoa, you know, he looks weird compared to her. And yeah, she looks like that too. I think I need to fix her. I can do that. And this way I could give Gizmo his hat. Gizmo's not Gizmo without his silly pot hat. You know, he is too buff. Get rid of those pecs. Make him more hourglass figure. That's pretty decent. Nobody's looking that close. Yeah, honestly. You're so right. I'm so overthinking this. I should be working on the game, not this drawing. I think what I'm going to do is finish up this drawing, polish it, render it nicely, and then I think we're going to call it in terms of the thumbnail art, because I've spent so much time doing all these different variations. You know what I mean? Oh, I hear my kitties meowing. They're like, meow, papa. I don't know why I give him the crop top. Counterpoint, drawing's fun. Thank you, Storm. You know, I need those counterpoints every now and then. Every goblin's unique. That's true. Some goblins just have short I'm not going to give him a crop top. Why am I giving him a crop top? I feel like his hammer has more personality when it's big. I think I agree. And the one-handed hammer being kind of big, maybe it looks a little strange. I do like this pose, though. Dave, with the randomness and every goblet is unique, there's bound to be a few crop tops. It's true, Dave. Dave knows what's up. Imagine accidentally hitting your finger with that. That'd be crazy. Alright, I know it's not, doesn't make a ton of sense with the pose, but let me just try making the hammer a little more outward. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, that looks silly. I can see it already. Yeah, no. Alright, we're gonna put this one over here for later. This one's the most dynamic, but I think it has the worst silhouette. This one has the best silhouette, but it maybe is a little I don't want to say uninteresting. I don't think it's uninteresting. What am I trying to say? Less dynamic, I guess. It looks like he's putting less of his weight into it, you know what I mean? But that's okay. Why am I not able to select this layer? Photoshop, you are filling me with sorrow. Control D for deselect. There we go. V, lasso, erase. Last things last, we're gonna try. Can you check the general on Discord real quick? Yeah, I can do that, Mason. Last things first things, whatever. We're gonna. Oh, you're shiny Sableye. That's how you say it, right? Sableye. Wow, he's yellow. Shiny Pokemon, everyone. So rare. That's hype. I'm happy for you. I remember shiny hunting in Pokemon Go with my friend. That was a time-consuming experience. Slightly smaller, but still big would be good. Oh, she just texted. I like the first one better. It's funnier. I see. Too many choices. Analysis paralysis. Gotta pick. One more. Really quick. I'm gonna rotate him. Bum 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 bum. How well can he rotate? This is when it would be good to have like an animation background, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure an animator could do this in seconds, bro. My mental 3D modeling is not quite where it needs to be for this sort of nonsense. These sorts of shenanigans. I think this is the key. This is the way it should be done. Let's erase the hands for now. Make his whole body plus arms into one smooth curve. Oh, like, yeah, maybe. It'll look a little more cartoony if I do that. I feel like I'm kind of bumbling. I feel like I'm not turning on my brain enough. I should get a posable doll. Actually think I have opposable self. I'm making him too realistic. Focus, Matt. Eyes on the prize. Alright, chat. I just locked in. I think his arms aren't quite right still. What did I do? I always do that. Q. There we go. Hammer's not at a right angle. Not at the correct angle. Yeah, oh yeah, he's definitely not in the right spot, that's for sure. We have foreshorten this. Or what's the reverse of foreshortening when it's going away from you? This is tricky. Is that right? Yeah, that is right. For lengthening? Still foreshortening, just the hand foreshortened compared to the hammer. I see. Back longening? I like back longening. We're officially changing the name to back longening. He looks comically realistic, maybe, compared to the others. I need to zoom out and look. But we can dumb down the pose once we get it. Once we understand it. Once it's locked in. Alright, could be better, could be worse. He's too buff to be Gizmo, but we can fix that. There should be a Giga Chat Goblin. You're so right. Did I just get followed by somebody named Hunter of Goblins on Twitch? Almost all of them have been fine. The silhouette matters with the more than proportions at that size. I agree. Yeah, I like this one, but the silhouette I think isn't best. This one I think has the best silhouette, maybe. I don't know. This one's maybe a unhappy middle ground. But I agree. I don't think there's any like awful one here yet. This one needs tweaking, I think, but I think we're in a good spot. I like the texture on that text. Is that just drawn on? Yeah. I just kind of went like, you know, with this brush, and then like some little. But thank you. Yeah, you can kind of tell it's drawn with that little thing there. I just kind of winged it. I'm bad with text generally. You know, I like this one. You can see his goofy hat. The big hammer is cute. I like this one. You can tell it's a hammer. I'm calling it. I hereby call it. I hereby decree by the power vested in me. Gizmo looks like that. Yep. I think it's cute. The hat is fun. Oh man. I'm tempted to just do this now. But I might. I think I need to sit on it for a day. My eyes are not... they're not fresh. You know? I'll give it a day. Gotta have the goofy hat. You gotta have the goofy Gizmo hat. And I think I'm glad we put Pike here in the front. I think this is decent. Let me look at it one more time with the where. Remember I made that thing with the thumbnail blockers? Did I delete it on accident? I might have. Story on my freaking life, dude. I'm always deleting stuff on accident. Deleter. I'm like a cat that turns off computers on accident, but with deleting things. Yeah, this ain't too shabby. And you know, if you want to be all pretentious and artsy about it, you know, the sword is like leading your eye to the goblin in the start of the title. I don't know. Yeah, what other like lines? I feel like everything's kind of pointing you upwards to an extent. We can maybe get away with the volcano being, I don't know, could be more. I think it's okay. Yeah, you know, I like it. I exist on all planes of reality now. Oh my goodness. I'm loving the changes made this stream. Okay, sweet. I'm glad to hear that, Cosmo. Cosmolotl. That's a fun name. Building my Lego AT-AT, the bug one. That sounds awesome. There's the background noise. I got you. I'll just keep yapping. You got some water slurping ASMR there. People pay top money for that, guys. Okay. Better be grateful. Doug makes games. Yep. Doug gets it. Doug knows what's up. I'm also working on a Steam capsule. Let's go. Okay, water. Okay. See what I did there? What's your name? All right. I just want to finish it. I want to be done with this. I'm tired of drawing thumbnails, dude. Look at all these thumbnails. I think it is a lot better now. Yeah, this one's still... Okay, this art is not wasted. I could use this in other places. I could use this for other things. I just think it's cute. I really like it. Yeah. I did get a lot of comments saying that this one isn't bad, but it does look cheap. And I agree with that. It does come off as like cheap, maybe even like an asset flip kind of game to an extent. Maybe not. I don't know. I do really like this one. This is the one I would click on, maybe. I don't think I would click on this. Would I? I like the last one. It feels very Adventure Time. The pixel arty one? Or oh, I see. But then again, look at Terraria's covers again. At the beginning, like you showed. Yeah. I mean, if the big dogs can get away with this. But maybe it's just because they're so established. I don't know. Here's the thing. Here's my argument. Terraria and Stardew Valley. Terraria especially, I think, really spread through word of mouth with everybody saying 2D Minecraft, 2D Minecraft. Hey, bro, you have to try it, 2D Minecraft. You know? I don't think Steam algorithm magic was what got Terraria. I don't think impressions made Terraria, like Steam impressions, made Terraria big, you know? It could be they got big in spite of a cheap-looking thumbnail, you know? That's a thought. Perhaps same with Stardew Valley. I'm trying to remember how I found Stardew Valley. My friend was like, yo, Matt, there's this new game, Stardew Valley. You got to check it out. It's, like, really fun. And I was like, Stardew Valley? I was picturing, like, I don't know. I wasn't picturing a pixel art game. But then he showed me the Steam page, and I saw the pixel art, and I was instantly into it. But I don't know, I don't know if the thumbnail did much for me. I don't know. At the end of the day, it kind of doesn't matter. As long as it doesn't instantly throw you off. And I worry, like, this would throw me off. And I think it's just because they're, like, I don't know. I don't know why. I think he kind of looks like a big baby, you know? I think that's why. But I don't know. I'm overthinking it. I'm really overthinking it. You do prefer when people have game art as their cover. You love the second last one. Yeah, I think this one has the most, like... You're number one? Oh my god. See, that's the problem. The comments, bro, on that video were, like, all over the place. I'm really torn. One thing my publisher said for this one was that we should maybe have more goblins, like, close in. You know? Like, and then fade these out a little bit. Make it so they're less prominent. Which I think I agree with. And then put, like, a goblin here with, like, a crate. And then put, like, another couple of goblins here, you know? That's an option. I don't know. The idea that this is cluttered Because if you look at it from a distance, you kind of can't really see that this is a character and this is a character. You can kind of see this one, but this one's like totally obscured. But at the end of the day, you kind of just need to see goblin, something, something. You bring your mouse over, you hover, you see the screenshots, you know? That's all that matters. Like, this just needs to pull you in and be like, ooh, ooh la la. Does Steam have a thumbnail test thing where people see random either thumbnail A or thumbnail B? No, I don't think they do, but I wish they did. I love your game. I left a comment about adding puzzle dungeons. Hope everything goes well with the art. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, things are going well with the art. We're trying to figure out which one to choose. You can do no wrong. Oh, thank you. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I think we are torn between 3 decent options here. Also one thing that Catalan said, she said these berries kind of look a little inappropriate. I got a comment saying the same thing. I think I need to change the angle of one of those stems. I didn't even realize. The middle one feels like Adventure Time with Goblin MC. Okay, Adventure Time with a Goblin main character is kind of what I'm so inspired by Adventure. I mean, I literally have like an Ice King boss that's kind of an homage to the Ice King. The first one's definitely a little difficult to realize. It's a goblin behind a mask until you start looking deep into the thumbnail, probably because most of his head is a bit shaded. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't see anything wrong with the berries until it was brought up. I know. Some people are just dirty minds. They see what they want to see. I'm just kidding. Here's how I feel about this. Here's how I feel right now. I'm torn. I do not know what to pick. No, it's a legs together kind of name. Maybe if you're torn, maybe that means they're all good, but one doesn't work, you can always switch. I like that, Cosmolotl. The middle one looks good, but it seems like all the objects are around the same size. Maybe shrink the background elements and size up the goblins a tad. What if you just make that sketch the cover? There we go. That's a good one. It might be difficult to tell it's a goblin because of the mask. I feel like the mask gives the main character vibe. Exactly. I agree. It's hard to tell it's a goblin because all you see is like this part of his head. Otherwise, he could just be some sort of other elf thing. But I mean, at the same time, the game's called Owl Goblin. He's got big ears. I guess the ears aren't super easy to see. Yeah, okay. It is kind of hard to tell, but I do love the mask. Like, that's the best. That's cool. Like, you look at that and you're like, whoa, cool, spooky goblin, spooky creature, you know? But is that a huge deal? Do we care that... Middle is the best. I like the composition of the top right one the most. I'll be honest, I didn't notice the ears. I see. Maybe make his shadow more green. Yeah. Yeah. I prefer the cool shadows in the top one, but I think middle is best. Okay. Okay. Make the rest of the body greener. Yeah, he is wearing a lot of light. Like this right here makes it confusing because he's got like a tan shirt on. What if he had like a dark green shirt on, you know? That's a good point, Henry. The middle one was the vote in the Discord before. It feels the most successful in selling the mood and having good contrast. I feel like the effort put into the drawn ones, but the bottom right one is best as a game cover. I just think the idea to work on both, just so if on release click-through rate is low, you can switch. That's true. You're so right, Water. I feel like I want somebody to just tell me what to do, you know? Because I can't pick. But you're right. People will not agree. The comments were like, most people were against. At the end of the day, I just need to capture the vibe of the game as well as I can and make something interesting that catches your eye. That's it. That's all that matters. Those two things. Because right now I don't like this one. This one bothers me right now. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix this one. Like we did. I'm going to do all these changes. Yeah. I'm going to make some slight tweaks to this one. I'm going to make these a little more faded. And I might shift some goblins around. I don't know. I kind of like it. Anyways, I'll try to tweak it. And a lot of people said that they wouldn't click on this because it looks cheap. Like if they already know the game because of the devlogs and they think it looks cute because of that, but if they just saw it on Steam, they might brush over it and think it's just a cheap game, which I totally understand. I think this one's knocked out for me. I like it. It's cute. I would click on this for sure. It's my favorite probably in terms of what I would click on, but I think other people will think it's cheap, and I think that's fair. If I weren't such a pixel art nut, I think I'd think the same. I think this one's my favorite so far, and I think some tweaks could be made to make some of the goblins pop a little more. I'll try to do that. Looks like an itch game. I agree. Itch game. Itch sad face. If you make it how you like it, it'll by proxy become something that matches the game. That's so true. Do you have any professional game/designer contacts you could ask for a final opinion from and just go with whatever they say? You know, when this all started, my publisher was like, hey, Matt, we want some new art for the thumbnail. Should we pay someone? And I was like, no, I want to do it. I have some fun ideas. And that's how we got into this mess. So could be, maybe we throw $500 at an artist and say, you know, have at it. Second one is good too, just missing something maybe in the background. I don't know. Okay. Well, I think yeah, we'll see. Doug says he can do it. I mean, hey Doug, if you're an artist, DM me your portfolio link. I can't make any promises. Ideally, we'd like to not spend money, and we do have three options here that are decent. But I guess I'm not opposed to looking at a portfolio. But anyways, I think I'm gonna sleep on it. I'm gonna go do some boring coding stuff. If you want some design feedback, I'm happy to provide some. I do it for games, so you can at least give my 2 cents. Yeah, DM me. That'd be great. I would love that. I know, choosing cover art is a problem. Yeah, exactly. It's a good problem to have. Both top and middle one are good. I don't think you can go too wrong. Okay. All right. I think we're okay. I think we're in a good spot. We'll see. I'll let you guys know what I pick in the next video. Or in the next stream next week. But yeah, I'll probably be streaming 5 again on Monday. So I'll see you all then. We have been doing the wordle each time before we go. We can do that real quick. I think we lost last time, didn't we? Did we lose? That was embarrassing. I think it's because we chose a bad word at first because we were being silly. I think we're gonna do that again. What were we working on? Thumbnail? Let's do thumb. Oof, bad start. Hear me out. Cleat. What? Give me mod, please. I'm not opposed to it, Cortez. Wow, Cleat didn't work. Skirt. Ooh, Flint is a good guess. Oh, but the eye is no longer. I think you said that before I punched that in. Sheet. Sheet. What about... Trash? Trash, we got that T at the end. What about worst? Wow. Alright. R-O something. Roast? No. What? Roost. There it is, gang. We got it. Good work. Yeah, James got it. James got it pretty quick. See you, Leafree. Alright, guys. Well, that was fun. I think we had a good day. I didn't get a ton of... I think I would have had... If I were alone, I would have spent the same amount of time on that. Took some work, but... It was fun. Thanks for wordling. Thanks for drawing. Thanks for all the feedback. It's been real. I guess I'll see you guys next time. See you next Monday. Hope you have a good week. Adios.